Hello there. Right, today I'm going to go, perhaps more than normal, onto my soapbox, because there is a trend in the fitness community, and I would argue it's probably the online fitness community, that seems to think that experience counts for nothing, and the ability to quote random studies counts for everything. Maybe I'm wrong, because I'm only immersed in the world of fitness and body composition and personal training. I'm not in other niche, interests and hobbies and things like that. But it seems to me that you get guys who admit to having a year, 2 years experience, who then pontificate as if they are up on high about this, that, and the other. And I have had numerous people, when I would engage people in online discussions, say experience doesn't count for anything, the science says. Now, I've written before about what I think is the validity of science and the interpretation of that science for body composition work. You can't discount science, of course, but it's not everything. And there are competing views on so many aspects of everything that we do from a scientific perspective that I can pull this study out of my backside and you can pull an opposing study out of your backside. So when we're in the crucible of getting results, you have to look at everything on balance. Read your books. Do your research. If you're qualified to do research, by the way, because personal trainers are not scientists and nutritionists damn well are not. And if you think it's so easy to interpret scientific studies because you've got a passing interest in something, please, please, please don't have such tickets on yourself. I like to flatter myself and think I'm a pretty smart guy, but I go to people who are infinitely more qualified than me, who are genuinely qualified in real hard science. I'm going to irritate some people. Sports science is not a real hard science, by the way. I go to them for interpretation of things, and even then, they don't go, Nick, this is black and this is white. It's not. All of this waffle is to say to you, experience counts. Now, okay, I'm a literally greybeard, therefore I have my own agenda to say experience is very important within the field of personal training, blah, blah, blah. But it's very interesting. The only people who think experience is not crucially important are people who have no fucking experience in the first place. Does experience make you good at something? No. Does experience in whatever walk of life, if you've got the intelligence and the willingness to learn from that experience, does it make you better? Yes. I have learnt a lesson. I used to think that you couldn't be a good personal trainer if you were under 25, let's say. I used to think that. I really used to think that. Why did I think that? Because being a personal trainer is not merely about knowledge, it's about understanding people. And invariably, you're not dealing with 23-year-olds and 22-year-olds as clients, you're dealing with older people. Now, with the experience I've got with UP and some of my great, fantastic young trainers, I have changed my mind. I've genuinely changed my mind. However, I can think of some of my best trainers. They're 25, they're 26. If they stick at it for another 10 years, what do you think? Do you think that a good 25-year-old trainer is going to be just as good at 35? Or do you think he's going to be a hell of a lot better? He's going to be a hell of a lot better if he's got the willingness to learn and the willingness to improve. So please, 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 please don't discount experience. If you come to me wanting a job, as a personal trainer, as many people do. They come, you know, we get a lot of CVs at UP. You're super smart. We've got some super smart, super hungry young guys. They're juniors. They are junior trainers. They are not good enough to be more senior trainers. Now, we give them the experience, we give them the platform, we help contextualize and crystallize their knowledge for them, and they improve rapidly. They were smart to begin with. We're not undermining their intelligence by saying you've got a lot to learn, because experience counts. But experience counts in every walk of life. But the fitness dweebs seem to think it doesn't count. You know, your life is on the line. Your life is on the line. You're accused of murder. Do you want the barrister with, 1 year's call, right? Do you want that? The barrister with a year's experience, or do you want the barrister with 20 years experience? All things being equal, you want the barrister with more experience, right? Do you want the surgeon who's as newly qualified as it's possible to be for a surgeon? Or do you want the old hand who's been there, who's done it, who's seen every eventuality? So please, you can't discount experience. Seek out wise heads. Who have I learnt things from? I learnt things from younger people, people my age, people older than me. But the real fact of the matter is the people who have taught me the most in my life, in whatever area of life it may be, are people who've been older than me, with more experience than me. It's common sense. I'm probably preaching. All of you should listen to this. So how does this manifest? What's a bit of practical advice I can give you here? How does this manifest itself for something that you can do yourself? Well, if you're in the gym, find the experienced guy who isn't stupid, because if you're stupidity plus experience still equals stupidity. Find the intelligent, reasoned, reasonable person who speaks your language, because it's always about finding people who speak your language, with experience, and pick his brain or her brain and learn from them, and take and cherry pick, take what speaks to you. And if they've got something that doesn't sit right with you, so what? So what? Nobody agrees with everybody all the time. Nobody agrees with anybody all the time. So experience is really important. And if you get sucked into this internet, these horrible little internet groups of people who try and knock everybody and try and knock experience, and you've got guys with 1 year of experience who just think they're little know-it-all wankers. Honestly, don't follow them. Block them, ignore them, or laugh at them. Because ultimately, if they have a brain, and most of them are not stupid, they're going to realise when they're a bit older, oh hey, actually I've got experience. I know more than I used to do 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, or 15 years ago. Think that through. We should all think that through. Experience is vital. So this is my little soapbox. I'll try and not do a soapbox for a little while after this. Over and done. Bye-bye.